Yo, what's the deal?
Let me ask this one question before we
I don't know how
start.
to
Like,
play. I
so
don't know
what
how to play
if?
dicey. Not dice. What's the other shit?
Oh,
I don't know how to play
Tom.
tone. Hell no.
What?
I don't know how to
Oh, well,
play.
my bad. My bad. I'm sorry, brother. Brother, I'm sorry, brother.
Craps?
No, no, no.
Zero.
He from Connecticut. They
No,
don't allow none of that nigga shit. You do it, they kick you out. They ban you for life. So you understand, brother. You right. I'm my bad, him. I forgot about the geographical thing. Those
Let me
niggas got cars that day. Get them out of here. Send them to New Jersey. Send them to
most
New
niggas
York.
is
Philly.
from. Most niggas is from down
Send them to
south.
Philly. We're not
This what I don't
tolerating any
understand.
of
I
that
don't know how
nigga
to.
noise around here.
What's the white? Oh, domino. I don't know how to play dominoes either. I don't play
Oh
none of
no,
Yeah,
that
you
yeah,
shit.
man.
done.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
was
That's
just about to say,
Connecticut.
what's up, Ham? I was about to say you got to have either dominoes or spades.
I'm with you,
Yeah,
him.
you out of here, Ham.
He from Connecticut, man. They didn't allow it.
well,
He
well
from the
wait.
Caucasus
Well,
Mountains.
You
wait.
don't have now. You don't.
Wait.
Most,
Let me ask you
most
this.
people that say they good at that shit, they crap. They can't
You
Let me
really
ask you
play
this.
the
It
game.
don't matter
Hold
about
on.
being good. Do you know how to
Been
play?
Yeah.
Nah,
Let
y'all
me
want
ask
to
y'all
play
this.
this game? Y'all want to play this
You
game
gotta
with
be
me?
good, dude.
Yes.
Y'all been to jail?
Yes.
Nope.
Who that?
Nope.
The big jail.
Nope.
Checkmate.
Nope.
Nah. Y'all don't play that game with me. You gonna lose, Playboy. You want to talk about black shit? Don't play.
I've been there.
You got. Hey Tommy, after you pull out the big joker, right?
Hey, listen.
Yeah,
The
I've been there a
the
couple of
the
times.
the
Let
goal
me
is to
let
get
me ask
away
y'all
with
this.
it, and I
Let me ask y'all
succeeded.
this. I drive small European race cars on enclosed circuits. I cannot dribble a ball without taking my eyes off it.
Damn.
But you can play back. You can play football though.
Yeah. This football trumps all.
Yeah.
That's definitely cap, but okay.
Yeah, I was about to say
He
I can't
can
hoop,
he
but
he
okay.
can he can literally play football like at a very high level. Like that has to
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
pro
for sure.
It keeps
like
you
that
black.
that
It
trumps the
keeps you
fact that he
black.
can't dribble a
Yeah.
basketball and yell swish
Keeps you
when they
black.
go.
And
You know what I'm
most
saying?
Because
famous
Hold up, though, Ham.
Ham,
Hold
you
up, Ham.
gotta relax when your
the most
quarterback is putting
famous
his hands where
athlete
he
of
put
all
them.
time is not a football player.
You got no. Hold on,
First
fantastic.
and foremost, good morning, everyone.
Listen, Ham, you can't talk about niggas yelling switch when the quarterback got
Salute,
to put
y'all.
his hands where he got to put it. Come on, man. You got five grown men bending over. Stop it, five.
Damn, man. Yeah, man. I had to pull the big joke.
that's
Niggas
what
was
you
doing
see,
that.
man.
Yeah, I watch
That shit.
football. What you, you can't help us. Actually, it's 10 if you count the defense. Or
Damn,
9, my
man.
bad.
So, Mr. Williams, what's
Yo,
popping, man? What you
yo,
think, man?
good afternoon, everybody. Good evening. What's up?
What's going on?
Well, for one, fantastic wrong about comic books and sports cards and shit. That is not lame at all. That is not some nerd shit.
What?
Grown
What's
men
not
be
nerd?
Pokemon cards?
my father and them was collecting cards and everything since I was a kid.
No. We talking about like Pokemon cards and shit.
Oh, yeah, that dude.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, Pokemon and shit. But the comic books though, we had those when I was a kid. I still have comic book collections and all of that shit.
But see, when you rewind the time, right? Because it was limited channels, you don't have the internet.
Yeah,
Like books made more sense, comic books included. You know what I
yeah.
mean? So that
We
that
only
don't
had
even
three
see.
channels. When I
Yeah,
was a
and
kid, we
especially
only
when you
had
got
three channels.
kids, of course, a comic book jumps out to them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So I don't see that as, you know what I mean? But they got these. So I took my kids to a thing, right, Mr. Wynn? It said like games on this shit, right?
yeah,
I walk in there with all the kids. It's grown men in there playing fucking Yu-Gi-Oh or some shit.
yeah.
I'm like,
Posted up, yeah, drinking coffee and shit. All that. Yeah,
yeah.
they
I
got
said,
them.
what the
They
fuck
got
is
them.
that? I thought it was an arcade. It was a bunch of
Yeah,
fucking. I'm like, y'all. They was dead ass in there.
yeah. It'd be women and everything with them though. Be some bad chicks in there too. Like, yeah,
I never, yeah, I had too many like real kids looking for real games. They
yeah.
playing like when we was coming up, we had this shit called Magic. Y'all remember that? It was called
Magic
Magic the
together.
Gathering.
Well,
Yeah.
see, well, you a little younger, so but nah, D&D is the original.
What is that?
Dungeons and Dragons.
Dungeons
Oh
and
yeah,
Dragons. Yeah.
yeah.
That's why I laugh all the time when you talk about Oregon Trail because
Oregon Trail, yeah.
I was dealing with that in elementary school.
Well, that was
Niggas stay.
educational software, though.
Boy, I lost so many friends on Oregon Trail.
Niggas stay getting dysentery, my nigga.
He got bit by a snake. He out of here.
Damn, man. But Oregon, that's what they had on the little Apple computer. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah, that black and
you got
green. Damn,
IBM
y'all.
and
Shit.
It's all this long division to get this rabbit you just shot.
yeah.
But
Yo, go ahead. What you think?
so you got to hear me out, fantastic. I think with the lame conversation, because of where you're from, it semi kind of disqualifies you from it because you guys use it in a different way. And let me explain. It's the same way, like where I'm from, we use nerd in the same way y'all use lame. In LA, they use weird the same way y'all use lame. So the way that y'all use it is different than most people use it in part of the country. Like when you go to Atlanta, lame ass nigga, like that's their lingo. So it's a different uh slang for y'all than it is for most of the country. So like it's
But no,
Weird and lame is
but
the
Tommy,
same,
that
man.
doesn't that no, because Mr. Fantastic, I don't think he's just siloing it to where he's from, right? So
but
you
what I'm
could,
saying is because of how he
but
comes
that's what
up.
I'm saying.
So
It's not a lingo thing. It's we're using it as actual.
yeah,
So up north, niggas say son,
yeah.
that's my son, that's my heart, right? But we know you're not trying to son him, right? So I think we all within
No.
the context though, is what I'm
But what
saying.
I'm saying is
He using it realistically. He's not
even
using it
their
for lingo.
reactions to it is different. Like if you go like what Mr. Williams said, it's the same. It's not. And let me explain to you why. Your reaction to getting called weird in LA will be completely different than if you was in New York. It's a completely like that word in LA is complete disrespect. The same way it is in Atlanta with lame. Like if you say lame out here, it's just
Yeah,
whatever, you
yeah.
brush it off. It's
Yeah,
the
but
You
same
call
thing
him up
like if you
on lame landing. Yeah,
yeah, like
yeah.
when I had a conversation with one of my friends, older white guy, and he was like, I could call my wife a bitch all day, but if I say cunt, it's a wrap. Tables getting flipped. It's just
Say
a
what?
different.
no,
If he says the c word,
but
cunt,
that's a
it's
lingo thing. We're not using lingo. We're saying these what do people qualify as, right?
no.
So
But what I'm saying is, here, if you grow up and it's used a certain way,
you
then
can't
you view
unsee it.
it that way. So like it was a struggle when I first got in this space when we was talking about the nerd thing because the way that we use it is completely different than the rest of the world. So when we use it, it has nothing to do with you being like academic and anime. It just like I said, it's the way that Atlanta use it as a lane. So when I say it in my brain, I'm processing it different than most people are processing it. They're looking at the actual word. I'm thinking of it as the diss that we say it. So the same way with
Oh,
Oh,
Fantastic, they grew up using lane as
uh,
a different kind of a
oh yeah,
word.
no. I
Yeah,
think we just gotta. Yeah, okay. So there's things that we don't say, but in
yeah,
the midst of the
exactly.
conversation, I understand people you kind of are there, like in your head. That's always what it is. But I
Yeah,
think we trying to take a step back just to find out what these categories even mean. You feel me?
yeah.
yeah, and I think even with the lane thing, it's kind of it's super subjective because it's not relative to like one specific thing. You could be a street nigga, be a lame, an athlete, a rapper. Like it's a lot of people
We
that can be put in there just based off of certain actions and stuff. You know, if
yeah,
you looked at it as like a hater, that's lame. You get what I'm
It's the
saying?
it's the
but
it's the diametric opposite of a super nigga.
yeah, and that's the thing, right? Because it's what's likely though, right? So you can hit that. Like for instance, when I first seen Little Yachty,
Mhm.
I'm like, this nigga's lame as fuck, right?
Yeah, for
But
sure.
generally speaking, I don't think people are gonna categorize rappers like that. Generally, you know what I'm saying? But I catch your drift. But I think that like if you good at a sport, as an example, if you watch this, you play football, who likely to be lame on a football team?
The kicker
Kicker
Right?
and
And
the
it's
punter.
just
Yeah,
kicker.
so you see what I'm saying? So people
yeah,
know kind of.
yeah,
So
yeah,
it's
yeah.
not the subjectivity we think is vast, but I think that we could agree. Like if I start naming people who lame, I think that y'all be like, okay, I could see that. So I think we kind of
But
see it
see,
very similar.
even this is a interesting part too because even like when y'all talked about uh, the lame, the nerd, or whatever, the smartest person usually on the football team is the quarterback,
Yeah.
and he don't have none of the issues of the people that we consider lame, nerds, geeks, that yada yada yada. You get what I'm saying?
Well,
So
he's
that's
smart. He's smart, but he's not a lame though.
But see, that's what.
Look at the O line. They're a bunch of super niggas that are nerds. The D line is a bunch of super niggas that's crash outs.
Yo, let me Callie, what's poppin'?
What's up?
Goody.
Callie Bad, what's up, my dear?
Hey, what's going on? Listen, y'all mess this lame shit all the way up. A lame is a corny nigga. It ain't got nothing to do with him being street or not, or whether he's smart, or whether he has money, or whether he has a job or anything like that. You can be all of those things and or the opposite of those things and still be lame. Lame is somebody who's socially awkward. That's it.
But
We
again,
gotta drag it all out like that.
but okay. So let me give you a perfect example, Kelly. With the gangs in LA, right? They got what you call party crips. Those are considered lames to real crips, and the party crips are the ones that they rep the flag and they come when the parties and stuff. But when it's time to get down, they know where to be seen. Those are looked at as lames in the game. You get what I'm saying? So it's almost subjective to where you are. You get what I'm saying? Because I'm sure it's in the nerd community. Is I'm sure they see certain people as lames.
Yeah,
Right. So
but
that's what I'm saying. It don't matter what the thing is. If you socially awkward or whatever like that, you a lame. Now, if you want to silo it to these specific groups of people, then yeah, sure. But just off of that strength, you can't say that just because you're not a street nigga or whatever like that, then you a lame.
let's ask a question though, right? Who's more likely to be named, the street niggas or the chess club?
The
Chess
Who's
chess
more
club.
club.
likely to be lame? The
Why
chess club.
chess
Club.
And
Why
that's
we
what we
playing?
saying, right? So we can say it's all about that nigga being lame. We looking at the generalities of the thing. That's the only way you can converse about it, right? The likelihood for said people to be lame increases.
Yeah.
Well, no, he wouldn't be a lame. He'd be a square.
He'd be a lame, right? Because
So
out of
Tony,
those two
No, he'd be
groups,
a square.
here's the
everybody's a
options.
square.
Yeah, here's the options.
Yeah.
You got street niggas, chess club niggas. Who's more likely to be lame? I think we can easily answer.
Chess club.
Okay, so more likely to be lame and actually being a lame and trying to hardline it like that are two different things.
You no, I said more likely when I said it, right? And the thing is, you don't know everybody one to one, right? So I can't just say 100% of the chess club gonna be lame. We just looking at the likelihood.
He just going off of perception.
So,
Yeah,
so I think if you catch a chess club person on the corner in the street, he's gonna go into a shell, right? But in a tier one corporate setting, he's gonna rule. The street nigga on the street is gonna rule, but he's gonna go to the tier one corporate setting. He's gonna fail miserably, but he's gonna be in there like a damn gorilla. He's gonna try. He's not gonna go into a shell. He's gonna be a bull in a china closet, fucking up all the damn value. You know what I mean?
except for
That's
when you
not
put
all
the
though.
nah,
No
well,
street
not even
niggas
not.
in the
Let me
corporate setting.
organize. Let me organize it, right? Because we trying to be so nuanced and subjective. It's watering it down. Because even when you look at this, right, the street niggas that you do see are successful because the mentality, right?
That's what I'm
They
saying.
are innately aggressive, disagreeable, right? The intelligence is there, the vigilance is there, right? Weighing out your options,
That's what I'm saying.
your threats and such. And so there's a small number of them, to your point, Aaron. But when we see the successful ones, they're uberly successful, i.e.
Right.
Hove, i.e. Nas, kind of, i.e. 50,
50.
right? So you see those characteristics transfer,
Right. Yeah.
you know?
Yeah,
And
but hold on.
go
Now
ahead.
you know, yeah, no, hold on. Listen,
They
so
were
hold
they
on.
were
That is
ambitious. They just needed the technique.
so that's the less than 1% of street niggas. Most street niggas are bums. Most
No,
street
no,
niggas are bum ass
not,
failures.
but I
No, they
99%.
agree.
not. Fantastic. No, they
Uh,
not.
But I
not
no,
okay. Now, yeah, now I'm good. Now we here. I'm
no,
good.
Mr.
Thank you.
Fantastic. You don't have to go there. Take this walk with me. Don't get drawn in by Mr. Williams. I'm saying, right, the minority, the mentality, the characteristics, right? If given an opportunity with the education, transfer to the corporate ladder.
No,
Yeah,
Yeah, but
because the
but
corporate
hold on,
ladder,
man.
right? They often
Oh,
say They often say it's dog eat dog. They often say you have to be disagreeable. You have to be willing to backstab. People often say you don't get to that point without being that type of person,
Yeah, I
narcissistic.
understand it, but hold on, but now we're
You're looking
we're doing some serious conflating, right? So knowing how the motherfucker operate a fucking hand to hand in a trap, or you know what I'm saying, know to look out for niggas toting the pole is totally different from being able to analyze a budget for a multi-million-dollar corporation, bro. Come on, no.
No. See, that's the thing, right? Risk assessment is transferable, right?
No, it's not.
To identify risk is transferable, especially you've been doing it. Now, when you're talking about balancing a budget, everybody got accountants for that, right? But oftentimes people have to be able to see like a vision, right? When
Well,
we're
even
talking about
still,
this matter.
so let's do that, right? So let's go from you management, right? Management level. Street management is not the same as corporate management, bro. It's not the same.
I agree.
Dealing with
I
people
agree.
and having leadership skills at a street
agree.
level is not the same as having corporate or regular
agree.
civilian.
But
So that's
they
what I'm saying.
both
They do
require
have tours,
bravery and
though,
ambition.
Fantastic. They do have tours, and majority of gangsters or street dudes, what did you say? They don't carry guns.
They require bravery and ambition, though. Both officers.
Yeah,
I think what HAMP is more pointing to is like kingpin status, and that's this overwhelmingly super small percentage of people. And even the feds will tell you that these dudes essentially run a Fortune 500 company. It's just
the
illegal
James
shit.
St. Patrick shit. Yeah, I
That's what I'm
understand
gonna
it.
say, but it's
But that's what I said though. I'm saying when you look at the minority that even make it there, and I just use tangible examples like a Hove, like a 50,
Okay, so we sticking
like
to
a
the
Bird.
minority. I got you.
Yeah,
But
because that
the
disposition.
minority is incredibly small, bro. Am
it's
I
super.
probably?
It's like making a league.
But no, everybody likes to take the minority and put it. You know how many times I said, man, it's more niggas in jail. It's niggas in jail get more money than niggas that's free. You know how many times I hear that dumbass shit? Like that's the normal, that's the standard. So what I'm saying when we say it, the delineation is never made as to where that is it's less drug kingpins than motherfucking NBA players, and that's a 0.00000 what percent chance. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. So please let's stress in that point of it to where you have a better chance of hitting the lottery 10 times in a lifetime than becoming a
Being a
motherfucking $1 million
kingpin.
motherfucking drug
Yeah.
dealer.
Shy, what's poppin'?
Yo,
What's good?
for that deep dive of the terminology, man. In regards to the women, I just think it comes down to being socially inept. Like I think as long as you're not socially awkward, you can be a lame, whatever that means. You can be a nerd, whatever. But as long as you're not awkward, I think that's where guys get in trouble. And it's a lot, and on the internet, there's a lot of people who are very socially inept. Just the way they interact with humans in general, even the way they interact with other men. So I think that's what I think about when y'all going through kind of the different turns. As long as you're not awkward, you can figure out the terrain. Like for me, when it comes to women, I don't like green women. I don't like women that are very naive. I don't care if you're fine, if you're nerdy, whatever. If you if you easily influenced, you green. I kind of run from that because you're gonna mess up the program. And I think women are the same way with guys. Like if you're a nerd, you into your books, you into your study, but like you can still kind of navigate a woman and interact with her in a cool way. You got it. That's just my perspective.
Awkward, you say, is the ultimate Achilles heel?
I think so.
I agree with the majority of what you
I
said.
think just being confident in who you are is what most
That
people struggle with, because even if you go back to school, the people who were confident who they were didn't have as many problems as the people who were trying to figure out, do I want to play this route or do I want to play this route? Like most of the people that you would really consider lame is the ones that's trying to act the way that they aren't. That's the real people that we look at as lame. Like, you're not like that. Cut it out.
Y'all are killing me. Y'all are
You gotta
killing me.
elaborate on the green part because
Wait, but before y'all go to the green part, right? Shad ain't saying nothing that Callie didn't say that she also didn't get away with. He ain't gonna get away with.
Yeah, no, that's why I asked awkwardness.
We under y'all might as well go ahead and let me finish the sentence. Y'all might as well.
Go ahead. You're right.
You sure? Can I get one? Jeez Louise, niggas with no hair, boy. So, damn, man. Yeah, yeah, yo, if you awkward, 100%.
Just for that, stop right there.
God. Just because we 100%, right? You could be a corny ass nigga 100%, right? But we gotta do it. Who more likely to have corny ass niggas? The band or the basketball team?
The band.
Yeah.
So we know, right? Birds of a feather, right? There's a disposition that kind of comes with the things that people are interested in. It's not just by happenstance, you know? Oftentimes you see people get weeded out as you get better at things, right? People start to fall off and kind of find something that they want to do, you know? So yeah, we get it. You could find a lame anywhere. However, more likely is, I think, the conversation. And then when you bring all these people to the conversation, who's more likely to be lame, who has to shut up depending on the topic?
The lame.
Or do they want you to talk about all the L's you took so they could feel better about themselves?
Yeah, those are the lame ass weird.
The lames are the ones that gotta be quiet. But not the awkward ones.
The awkward ones.
I can't. If you're confident and awkward, then being awkward is your shtick. It works. It's lame. It doesn't. I mean, because awkward is not.
They can't fit into. They can't adapt to every environment. So they have to.
No, they don't have to be. They don't have to be successful. If they're awkward but confident, they know how to use that awkwardness because it's unassuming. It's disarming.
What?
Somebody is going to jump on this.
No, because they only going to be able to.
Let me give you a perfect example what Aaron talking about. There's some dudes that's corny and they play that to their advantage.
Yeah,
So, like they play into how corny they are. Like again, if you're confident
now
in
you
who
saying
you are.
Some. Now you saying some. Like, is that the majority? They
Well, of
gonna
course
win?
No. All corny people or awkward people that are confident, the majority, yes, are successful.
What? Awkward and confident?
Yes, I was.
So are they delusional?
That was my calling card. I've always been divergent from I've never been mainstream about anything, and I didn't give a fuck. And I was the different one in the room. It's intriguing. People are like, he doesn't care. He just said that out as my wife thinks I have Asperger's. She's, I get on the elevator. She's like, you embarrassing me. I don't give a fuck.
Aaron, you're an exception to the rule because you're very stoic and you don't put up with no bullshit.
That's part of the social awkwardness because people can't read me.
Man, we talking about a person where you take a serious thing and they making weird ass, goofy ass jokes that don't even matter. We're talking about people who actually are socially awkward to the point where we can be talking about some real shit, real experiences, and then they just turn the whole shit to hell. Like a lot of them are around in this damn YouTube. They socially awkward.
Well, what about the other way? What about the other way where everybody's laughing, joking, having a good time, and I'm just not getting it?
That just means that
it's awkward.
You're awkward, but you're not lame.
That's my point. That's why I say confident.
You won't speak on it until you figure it out. Where they'll just open their goddamn mouth and we'll hear any stupid thing that they think.
That's incorrect. No, that's incorrect. I'll speak on it and discover that I haven't figured it out by speaking on it and it fucking failing. It's confidence versus lame is the issue. It's not about being awkward. Awkward is just divergent from what everybody's doing. One of these kids is not like the other. The confident person doesn't give a shit. The lame is afraid to even engage because he's awkward. He's afraid of his awkwardness.
No, a lot of these lames don't know when to shut the fuck up.
In the complaining arena, we're talking about in being successful. They don't know how to shut up because that's all they do is complain. But I'm talking about when it's time to play the game and compete. They're not getting up being assertive. They lame.
Got you on that one, though. Yeah. I agree with you on that part. Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Nah, man. So, again, bro, my thing is this, dog. I know what Hamp is saying as far as like lame is it is regional as what Tommy was saying, but at the same time, we talking about across the board. Lame as far as niggas goes, it is is in tandem with criminality, bro. If you are a clean nigga, first thing it'll say is you lame. You never been in the streets. You never did no dirt. You never did this, la la la. You automatically lame off of that. I.e., why they had the thing called educated lanes, right? Ray Ray versus the educated lanes. Sorry, go ahead.
I don't
And
think
now a
that's
word
true
from the
because
crash
you
out
got
society.
I grew up in the hood.
Yeah, I was going. Yeah,
So did I.
that's a hard one. Fantastic.
You can't say it that way because majority of people in the hood wasn't doing bad shit. They wasn't being criminals.
And even the niggas that's outside, like we all had friends that wasn't in the shit.
We
We had partners that were in the shit.
majority of us fantastic was telling them they were doing good.
Okay, so outside of your friends though, all right. So let's walk this down from two street niggas, right? A former street niggas, right? How many
I watched
non-street
Voltron.
niggas
I was a nerd.
how many non-street niggas have you called lame outside of your friends? And you use the fact of the matter that you were in the streets and he wasn't in the streets, made him a lame. I know you did it.
Well, no, okay, so
I didn't grow up that way. Using an insult.
Do that.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's the hard part though, fantastic, because it's a general. It's no different than like if me and somebody get into it and they fat, and I'm going, you fat ass nigga. Like it's just if we, because usually that's gonna come up if you have a problem with the person. So that just becomes an insult to throw at them. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like
that's what I'm saying. But that right there is objective, not subjective. The motherfucker fat, you can look at him, tell him he's fat. Lame is subjective because it's judged by whoever or whatever. What I'm saying for the most part, and I've lived up and down the East Coast of fucking what's name, you know, one of the lame motherfucking capitals as far as Georgia goes, right? So what I'm saying though is even when I was in Virginia, even when I was in Maryland, even when I was in down here. Lame motherfucking lame ass nigga, lame this, lame that, whatever is just that, bro. You automatically lame if you don't got the motherfucking criminality street element to you. They automatically.
It's
but
a
wait, because I don't.
What you think that is a loud minority of dudes doing that? You talking about some?
But the loud minority is who? So I'm agree with you. I'm agree with you. Who is the loud minority though? Who's saying it?
Crash out.
It would be the
street
it
niggas.
would be the
Street
rap.
niggas
No. Street niggas are not crash. Street niggas are not crash outs. All street niggas are not crash outs,
bro. Yeah, that's what a lot of people don't understand.
Crash out. Hold on, wait.
Hold on. This is what the movies like made people misunderstand. Everybody thinks as soon as you sell a bag of weed, you the biggest gun-toting, biggest, baddest.
You'll crash out.
That's not
Right.
it. Majority of the people that's out there ain't even about what people think that they about.
Exactly.
Right.
It's like that. Like that's the overwhelming like thing that I think people get mixed up. And I get it because it's because of the movies and the TV shows and stuff like that.
Right.
That as soon as I done served this dude a nickel bag, oh shit, you better not mess with him. That
He's
is
not a crash out.
absolutely not it.
Right. You know how many square ass dudes sell weed?
I'm gonna just give it to you like this, fantastic. The people that are actually out there busting they shit like that, pause, is the overwhelming majority of people inside of there.
Yeah, like, but look, minority. I'm not even saying the majority of street niggas are crash outs. I understand how the street nigga shit work. Everything from gang members to fucking drug dealers to whatever. Like the niggas that really get shit popping. I understand that whole thing. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying the majority of street niggas aren't crash outs, but the majority of crash outs are street niggas.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But that still destroys your argument though, because you said all lames are people that haven't gone and exercised some criminality to get to a bag. And what I'm saying is your dime bag hustler is not going to call the 30-year post office worker who retired a lame. He'll call him a square, but not a lame. Now the kingpin, right, on that rules that side of the river might call him a lame because he's a crash.
Yeah, he's not going to say that to the 30-year-old person that's been doing something for 30 years, says his elder. He has no real interaction with it. But I'm saying amongst his peers, you're going to be a lame. For your age group, for that demographic, you don't have a fucking street element to you.
So I ain't gonna lie. I think it'd be the dudes that like this shit happened to me yesterday. I'm walking my kids down the sidewalk, and the fucking dude walked by me and do this. Like that shit is the weirdest shit ever to see a man. It feels like they submitting to you some shit. I'm sure
Like,
most people have seen that
No,
before.
you
Like,
can't
it's
use that one, Tommy. Is no, because a lot.
what you
No,
mean?
you can't use that because some people do shit out of respect, and then you are
You can
coming
smell
in
if it's
contact
respect
with
or if it's
somebody
like
walking in
fear.
the street. You can't because even I walk with my head down a lot. I get
No, no, no,
fussed at.
no. It's a difference between walking with your head down and dropping your head. It's no different than like when people say if you in the elevator with a chick and she hold her purse. It's like, damn, that made me want to snatch the motherfucking there.
God damn.
so all right, let me because I think I just had an epiphany, man. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend, hit that like button right now if you can. That helps the channel the most.